serious moment. And I need 100% transparency. Can I have a yes?
Yes.
Like, no BS right now. This is legit. If you've ever been burnt out in this business, can you stand up? If you've ever lost your joy, felt stuck, anytime, it doesn't have to be right now, it could have been back when you started. Now look around. Are you alone? If your team was here with you, how many more people would be standing shoulder to shoulder with you? Can you trust me real quick? Can you find a partner that's standing as well? Find a partner. You can have one, you can have two, you can have three. Find a partner and just put your hands on their shoulder. I know you may not know this person, and this is invading a lot of personal space right now. So put your hands on their shoulders and look them. You gotta look at them. You gotta look at them. You gotta look at them. And you have to say, are you ready? I love this business.
I love this business.
And I love what we do as coaches.
And I love what we do as coaches.
Now say it again without a corny smile on your face and actually mean it. I love this business.
I love this business.
And I love what we do as coaches.
I love what we do as coaches.
Yeah, oh my gosh. I'm making you do this for a reason, I swear. You're like, I just invaded somebody's personal space and I'm really awkward. But a year ago when I was sitting in the seats at leadership, I was done. After every session, it took everything in me not to just cry my eyes out. I remember sitting talking to Jimmy out at the table, and he was wanting to do videos of all these coaches to share all this joy, and I had none. My coaches were stuck. I had no joy in my workouts at all. None. And when it came to like getting my challengers results, which is what I was looking for, it wasn't happening. And if you asked me if I had belief on the outside, I was all put together. But what was happening in here wasn't good. But I'm standing on the stage today as a brand new woman, praise the Lord, who is like completely changed as a coach. And my mission today is to help you guys realize what I had to realize, help you learn what I had to learn, help you really just re-engage with the second piece of the vital process, which is getting your freaking challengers results. That's what we're doing today. And the biggest thing for me, and I mean this with all my heart, I'm giving you all of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly, to be completely honest. Because when I left leadership, I went into fix-it mode. How many times in the wall have you heard somebody say, let's all get on a Zoom and figure out how to fix this? That's what I did. And I sat here and I was like, okay, what are all of the reasons that my challengers aren't getting results? What are they? And I just literally sat here and I was like, I'm going to list them all out. That's what I'm going to do. And every single one of these, I'm going to find a way to fix it. And it's so funny, we could sit here, and I bet the laughs would happen like so much if we talked about the most ridiculous excuses you've had for somebody going MIA in your challenge group. Like one of my favorite ones was something like, I'm sorry, I can't afford psychology. And then I went to their Facebook and saw the world's biggest tattoo on their behinds that they got that day. And I was like, okay, priorities, I get it. But what was happening? And so before I can really tell you how to get people results, I have to tell you how not to do it. Because I was over here in fix-it mode trying to fix everything that I thought was wrong. But my challengers, they weren't wrong. Your challengers, they aren't broken. What was broken was my joy. And I, at the end of the day, had to figure out how was I going to help myself. Not blaming everyone and everything, not dismissing everyone and everyone else, but actually looking inside and asking myself, how am I going to get my joy back for this business? And I started something in January, a little something I like to call joy setting. And if you're taking notes, I would love for you to write that down. Joy setting. So many of you guys, I watch this in your organizations. You are amazing freaking goal setters. Like, you're not even a goal setter, you're a goal crusher. That's why you're here. You teach your teams to be amazing goal crushers without ever asking yourself, what actually brings me joy? actually enjoy doing with this business? And instead, you're over here setting these goals that look pretty on paper, that give you the most recognition, that bring in the most dollars so you can pay off all of the debt, and then all of a sudden you're like, I don't understand why I'm miserable. I don't understand why I'm cursing at my computer every day. And I'm telling you right now, it's happening because you aren't learning how to enjoy the process. You're only focusing on what the process actually produces. Hence all the craziness in the freaking wall right now. I'm just saying. Guys, when you learn how to joy set, and not just goal set, everything changes. I could tell you everything I'm going to tell you today, but this vital process, if you don't actually find joy in it and are able to trickle that down into your downline, all that you're learning is going to be lost. All of it. Because with joy comes belief. Like, think about it. In your most joyous time in this business, how much belief did you have? But now think about the most torturous time in this business, where you've let everybody suck the joy and life out of you. What starts creeping in? Doubt. Doubt. And as leaders, you're either creating belief or you're creating doubt. And on whichever side of the spectrum you are on, it is intrinsically pouring like a freaking waterfall into your downlines, into your teams, into your challengers. And I'm just letting you know right now, something's got to change. I admire you guys so much. I can't tell you how much you teach me. But up here, I'm not here to sugarcoat this stuff. You guys are all in this room today because you're a leader. Can I have you give somebody a high five next to you and say, I'm proud of you? Just tell them, I'm proud of you.
Proud of you, Brent.
Yeah, my first leadership, I felt like a fraud. I don't know if you heard what I just said, but when I sat in this room for my first leadership, I felt I didn't deserve it. I looked at all of these other people, and I had looked up to for years. It was like, my downline's crumbling. Even just running a challenge group, like, they just suck. And I said, I don't understand. I don't deserve to be here. But I'm telling you right now, you do. But it's time for you to take a hard look at yourself. Do not lift up your phones. Do not take a picture of this. Put down your pens, don't type a dang thing on your computer, because what I'm about to tell you right now, what's about to show on this screen, has nothing to do with your downline and needing to teach this to somebody else. This has to do with you. You're either a transactional leader or a transformational leader. And right now, you're about to get, and I love you so much, they call me Mama Bear, many of you are Mama Bears too. But when I come at you with a tough love, it's because I love you. But some of you are doing this all wrong, and you're ticked off right now because your business sucks. Well, guess what, Buttercup? You did it. I'm sorry. Thank you. I've been a coach for almost 8 years now. Been in this, and there's people in this room who've been in it longer than me. And we're standing here today with joy. You don't see me on that wall. I don't participate in all that, telling you that the sky is falling. I'm like, I'm not that person. Because if I did write anything on the wall, I'd ask you one thing. Why are you a coach? And it'd come back to this. Are you in it because you see people as lives to serve? Are you in it because it's truly about them and not about you? Are you in it because you're going to find quality no matter the quantity of people you have coming into your team? Are you in it because truthfully at the bottom of your soul, your mission is in line with the mission of Beachbody? And I told you, put down the phones. I was not joking. I'll let you take a picture at the end. This is about you. Seriously. Where's your focus? It should be on serving, loving, caring, transforming lives. And the people who are transformational leaders are creating transformational organizations. They're the people who are going to be here for life. Life. And they're the people who are going to be here with joy. But there's been a shift. And I've watched it. I've sat back, and I've watched you guys. Some of you started as transformational leaders. Some of you did. But you've moved to transactional out of fear. Others of you, your uplines are transactional leaders. So it's all you've ever known. People are points. And it's truthfully about you, not them. And if I hear you, we've got an elite team. We're a 5-star elite team. We're a 5-star. We're a team. And if I put your butt under a lie detector test, it show otherwise. I'm not asking you about what you're saying. I'm talking about what's happening at the core of you as a leader. Many of you, I love you. You're good at ads. That's awesome. But you're filling with quantity, not quality. I've seen it on the wall. I bring in 40 people and about 5 of them will hit Success Club. I bring in about 10, maybe 5, and dang near all of them too. This isn't about quantity, people, funneling. Let me see who sticks. You're burnt out because you're doing that. Because the bottom line has been coach enrollments because you're trying to move up in your ranks in the company. And you need bodies to do so. And as much as you sit here and you tell me it's a we thing, not a me thing, Alli, your actions are showing otherwise. I'm not standing on this stage because I'm a top producer. Never once have I been national wake-up call announced as a person who recruited the most people. I've achieved almost everything you can achieve in this business, to be completely honest. And never once have I gotten more than about 20 successful points, and that's during the launch. Why? Because I don't want any more people. Because if I brought any more people on, I couldn't serve them and do what it says there. Focus on serving, helping, and transforming. Take a picture. Take this back to your team because at the end of the day, they need to see you be that transformational leader for them. They need to see this. They need to watch you. They need to follow in your footsteps. And I'm about to do something real harsh right now. You're like, oh my gosh, you've already done a lot of real talk. I'm just going to keep going. There's going to be some tough questions I'm going to ask because I need to challenge you. Can you really serve everyone? I'm going to tell you right now, some of you got good graphics. You've got beautiful PDFs. Your talent is design, and that's awesome. But none of it will take place of what a one-on-one relationship with an actual human is going to, like, what that does for your business is insane. You're hiding behind your computers, spending hours creating a mother trucking picture and like 2 minutes talking to a human. What are you doing? And your team is doing what you're doing. You're on PicMonkey all day. And I'm like, get on PicMonkey and talk to people. Carl said, pick up the phone. Talk to a human. Like, I'm standing on this stage because 5 years ago, my why started because that book that Carl has, I was the coach of the winner, the grand prize winner of the Beachbody Challenge. I coached her. And guess what? I didn't take her, throw her into a challenge group that has all these beautiful PDFs and say, figure it out. And then move on to the next person. She lost 100 pounds because I walked with her step by step every day, one-on-one. She never felt like a number, and none of my challengers do. So that question, are you instilling belief into the group as a whole with your posts, those pretty posts, or are you working with people on a personal level? And many of you will say to me, well, Alli, I don't have time. I don't have time to do it all. I have families, priorities. Well, the next tough question is, are you trying to do it all yourself? I'm going to go against what Jessica said because we all are our own business owners. I've had an assistant since I was making $500 a month as a coach. I was homeless, $100,000 in debt, and I had someone helping me do the work that anyone could do, so it would free me up to do only the things that I could do best, which is build relationships and connect. And I'm still here because that's what I did. You're going to come at me and be like, oh, Alli just said don't schedule your posts. No, I schedule my posts. You want to know why? Because my butt ain't getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning. And if my challengers need to see a post before they go to work, I schedule my posts. I do. But I don't actually do it. I have somebody else do it. But guess what I do? I write every piece of content. I don't spend hours on it. I don't make beautiful pictures. I inspire and instill belief as a whole. And then what if I had somebody just helping me 3 hours a week? That's 3 hours that I now have time to make phone calls, to work with people one-on-one. But I am going to be real. There is a cap on the number of challengers that you can truthfully help at one time. I love you guys. I understand you have goals, you have debt you want to pay off, you have a family to take care of. But if I have 40 people coming into my group off of an ad who I didn't know at all, and we're all starting on the same day, and my job as a coach is to instill belief, there's no way in heck I could do it without letting somebody slip through the cracks. There's no way, and I've done this for a long time. I can't tell you what the magic number is, but I can tell you I bring in 5 to 10 people a month, period. I cap it, period. And then those people get one-on-one attention from me, phone calls. I connect, I build a foundation so strong that there's no way that they're ever going to leave and go try something else. Because they know what I do works. I can't give you a magic number, but I can ask you to write down one thing. Write this down, I should see tops of heads. Is what I'm doing working? Not for you, for them. Are they actually submitting their results to the Beachbody Challenge because they actually finished a program? Are they getting more than 1 month's worth of Shakeology? Are they getting success? Are they getting results? If you don't like the answer to that question, you gotta do something, because it's our job to paint the vision for their first finish line. We all know that we don't have a finish line, right? We're on this journey forever. But if you want to instill belief into your challengers, you have to paint the vision and walk with them towards that first finish line. And that happens by creating that culture of belief. It actually doesn't happen by creating it, it actually creates the culture of belief. And the people that are brought up feeling this love, guess what? You don't have to teach them how to care, because they're just like that. You care for them, and they're just going to pay that thing forward. But the truth is, how many of you have a system for follow-up? Like, to follow up with somebody who you have said no to a challenge group before, and you're trying to get them into a challenge group now. So somebody who said, not right now, do you have a system? Put your hands up. Who has a system? Why would you not also have a system for follow-up for your challengers? I heard in the meeting for the Elite Mastermind, somebody was like, I need to be incentivized. What if we had an incentivize, or incentivization, whatever that fabulous word is, for us helping somebody after the initial 2 points? I'm going to be honest. I don't need to be incentivized for that. That's my job. That's what I do. That's what you do. And I think you need to sit down, and I can't tell you the best way to do this, but most of you guys are like, I have a system. I send them an email, and I throw them into this challenge group. And you expect the group to get the results, the group to build connections, the group to do all of the work for you because you've made all these resources. But the group isn't going to do it. You have to do it. I personally sent that initial email. I put them in that challenge group, but guess what? I got getting started right call with every single one of my challengers. All of them. 2 weeks into their journey, I know we've all seen the cursed week 2, when the scale doesn't move, and you're trying to keep them off the scale, they won't stay off the scale, and you're trying to keep them in the game. Well, guess what? Do you have a system to do that? Do you have a system that before their Shakeology shifts, you show them the value in what we do? Do you have a system to make them a lifer and to make them feel at the end of the day that they're truly valued? You are the only person that can create this. I can't hand it to you because your team, each of your teams needs something different. But I am going to tell you this. If there's one thing that you can teach your teams at the end of this, it's to leave an open door. You can ask my husband, him and I do this business together. I am not perfect. My challenge groups aren't perfect. People go MIA. They give me the world's worst excuses of all times. But the kicker is this. They only go away for a season. Because anytime somebody goes MIA, they get a message from me. They get a message from me that asks them to come back when they're ready. I do my power of threes. And you guys are out there like, I need to connect with new people every day. What about connecting with your old challengers too? What about not just going, oh, they gave me an excuse, discard them and move on to the next? You create an open door system so that when they're ready, they come back. That's what happens. And so as we wrap this up, I just ask you to write 3 things down. 1, Joy said. Nothing else that anybody that gets on the stage today says matters unless you do that and you let that trickle to your team. The second, look at your activities and ask yourself, are they moving me towards being a transformational leader? And if not, it's gut check time. And lastly, you've got to put your focus on creating a system of belief. Joy set, transformational leadership, and creating a system of belief. And when you do those things, starting now, not just with your new people, because all of you are like, oh, I got this. The next 5 people I bring on, I'm going to do this with. But what about all the people who you didn't take through the system of belief? Could you not create a group specifically for 5, 10, 15 of your coaches who you just brought in and let them slip through the cracks? Could you not say, hey, this isn't about Success Club. This isn't about the business. This is about me wanting to be your coach one more time. Will you put your trust in me? And then help them get that end-of-year resolution and see what happens to their belief come January. This doesn't have to end or even just start right now. You can go back. All is not lost. But at the end of the day, I want you to remember, you love this business. You love what we do as coaches. Just don't ever let yourself forget that, and amazing things will happen. Thank you, guys.
Please